Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Things are looking pretty light again on the slate. Trying to work on this new master showcase format that I was doing. I got some feedback. I was looking through a lot of the YouTube comments. Also made a tweet of how to better, I guess. Oh, here, let me just go to a playlist for this. But how to better format these. And I think I have got the secret sauce. Wait, excuse you. These should be going to add new videos to top of playlist. Yeah, why didn't it? Huh? Nani? Yeah, so we'll see. We'll improve these. I think that this is going to be a format that's going to work super well moving into the future. I think it's going to work perfectly when 10th anniversary drops and we have all these different fights and stuff like that. I think it's going to be pretty good. Now, in terms of what's coming, bro, I got no clue. Like what's coming this week? We got nothing. They could always just do nothing this week very easily. Here's the thing. We don't know if Battle Hour is even going to happen, right? Like because of the, the fires, the kind of like disaster that happened in LA, in that area. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm not sure what type of content we're going to be getting this week. Next week will be the anniversary countdown, but this week might be nothing. Very possible. Global players, this is normal. This is how January typically is. Very quiet leading into anniversary. They do this pretty much every year. They didn't the year that Superhero dropped, right? They kind of like led into content all the way into the anniversary. But for the most part, January is typically pretty quiet. So we're going to be doing lots of, hot take videos, OST videos, right? Yeah, y'all let me know. We're gonna be in the dark ages here soon. Gonna have to do that, Super Saiyan 3 category video, the Super Saiyan 2 category video, all those types of things we'll get into. All right, so I saw this and I thought, you know what? Bills win, playoff game, hot take video right after. Perfect. Let's go. This is a like villain lover. I'm pretty sure, like, this guy, I believe, really likes, like, again, #1 extreme class supporter, terrifying conquerors on top, right? So probably a bit of a different type of player than I am, but we'll see what we got here. Don't want him anywhere near a major celebration without Namek Final Form Frieza. Or else Frieza will get shafted into a filler Dokkan Fest or Goku and LR. Despise the Goku and Cell Saga Gohan idea. Okay. So, Final Form Frieza, right? I mean, he should get a Dokkan Fest, right? Like, all the Dokkan Fests they've kind of given for that have been to full power Frieza. Certainly just kind of like, again, like Final Form Frieza is the one who's fighting for the majority of the fight, really. Well, sorta. I mean, kinda. For quite a while, right? So, like, I definitely get people's thirst or hunger for, like a Carnival Final Form Frieza, Dokkan Fest Final Form Frieza, something like that. Like, the iconic image of Final Form Frieza not being, like, a Dokkan Fest exclusive SSR or something like that, that makes sense to me, right? So, I mean, I just like Goku versus Frieza for anniversary. I mean, could they do it for part 2? I don't know. I feel like it's much more likely that just like Goku himself is there, but that's it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. I mean, we could easily see Goku and Frieza be Golden Week, which I don't think would be an issue because Golden Week TURs for many years in a row now have been absolutely, utterly dominating. So, like, just keep that in mind. So, like, if a character is a Golden Week TUR, that is not, like, a Shaft session or something like that. Maybe they could be a New Year's. We'll see. I don't deem Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza very likely for anniversary. I don't think so. I think we could see Namek Goku much higher chance with something else rather than just like Namek Goku versus Frieza. I just don't really see it. I mean, they do have a pair of big time LRs that they could easily at the same time though. Super Saiyan Goku and full power Frieza. So definitely keep that in mind. I think this guy is underrated right now. Okay, let's read this. Transform one of your favorite units for Goku and Frieza. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he could do a lot of damage. Base is competent defensive-wise. Normals are an issue. Tank 17 super support is nice. Yeah, I mean, he's good. I don't, he's a good EZA. I think a lot of the EZAs have been good. A lot of the Dokkan Fest have been good. A lot of the LRs have been good. It's not, we haven't been getting weak characters. You could make an argument that, like, this character's underrated for legitimately, like, half of the releases this year. I mean, I don't know, right? Like, who's a character that, like, gets so much discussion that's obviously not, like, underrated would be, like Beast or, like, Tech Broly are, like, definitely not, like, underrated, right? They're talked about nonstop. But, like, all these characters are good, so. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next one here. Best case scenario for worldwide. Yeah, I do actually really like this. I think that this sounds pretty sick to me. So, like, Namek Goku vs. Frieza, part 1 of the worldwide download celebration, and then part 2 could be Golden Frieza and Blue Goku. I think that sounds kick-ass, actually. I'm so on board with that. And again, that would leave, you know, we have LR Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza who are ready to go. You know, we'll be moving into in range for LR Golden. Dude, I'm like lagging. Look at this. Can you see that lagging? What the hell? I gotta pause here, man. Let's just go to, like, it's probably a little bit further back. Oh, I am looking at it on the global side, which yeah. Oh, hold on. All right, here we go. 16 pages back. Blue Goku and Vegeta and Golden Frieza. So if that was a worldwide download celebration, thematically, I think it could work super well. I think they could have a plethora of characters ready to go. The Ginyu Force could EZA for the celebration. Remember, they still have some other sub-EZA characters like the Tech Piccolo from the worldwide download celebration, as well as Goku and Frieza. I mean, we do actually have several characters here. Let me get back over there. So let's get to the worldwide, which will be right here on page 20. So, like, yeah, these 4 characters could all EZA. Maybe even this Goku as well, though this Goku isn't really from anything specific. But, like, these 4 characters could be, you know, pretty substantial EZA characters. You know, we could turn Namek into a real category overnight. For the most part, I do want them to kind of move away from transforming characters so much. But for this instance, you know, theoretically, if there's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest along with these guys easing at the same time, obviously I'd want a base Goku or Kaioken Goku and then final form Frieza. Boom. And then we're good to go. So not only do we have 2 major, you know, Dokkan Fest LR, Carnival LR level characters, but then Dokkan Fest LR EZAs are typically very explosive. And then we could have third form Frieza, Piccolo. Like, we have the celebration good to go, built already. So I do really like this idea, and I think that they just have so much on a platter to make it successful. I love it. I like it quite a bit. I think that this will work. For worldwide, oh yeah. Biggest fumble. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could definitely say that. Had this event been tougher, certainly content might feel a bit more diverse right now, but they did nail the Super Gogeta and Super Janemba memorable battle fights, right? Now, again, I mean, if these fights, if, like, that Gohan and the Trunks and Goten fights were much more extreme, right, and were actually, like, really competitive, challenging fights, we'd be able to get a little bit more diversity, especially that Trunks and Goten fight. Considering you start out with 3 enemies and then 2 enemies, like, that fight is just structured, and then the bomb mechanic, that fight is structured much differently than all the other difficult fights. So that Trunks and Goten fight really had a lot of potential. I wonder if they were just, because that was the first major fight that had, like, the bomb mechanic, if they were kind of just, like, testing it out first rather than going all the way with it. But, like, you know, that bomb mechanic, I mean, you add that to, like, a really devastating boss, and it could definitely be tricky. It could be a challenge. But the bombs do work to aid us as well. Think of all the HP conditioned characters out there. If we can manage the bombs correctly, we can force ourselves to get these HP conditions we want to, which could make the fight easier as well. So that's why, like, I love the structure of this fight. They just made Trunks and Goten themselves too weak for it. I can kind of get along with this right here. Most of the characters really have been tremendous this year. I think that there is if you're looking at the game from a JP perspective, there really is very little to be upset about, right? Like, I mean, if you want to talk for global, like how nasty the global sync was, I think that's very valid. But again, just kind of from like a JP perspective, you know, not really too bad. So this is AGL UI Goku's Revive, right? I mean, this is okay. Remember, if you're making a thread like this, I mean, this could be two characters right here. I assume they're talking about AGL UI Goku, because this is, I actually want to, I want to pop AGL UI Goku's Revive animation real quick. Okay, this is AGL, dude, my PC is like, I gotta restart my PC or something, man. It's killing me. Because I think that's right, like when he stands up, like when he turns like his aura back on, right? Let's see. If we're I guess I'll just give thoughts about both of them. But it's not right here. It's after he gets done talking right here. And then he turns his aura on right here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's definitely AGL UI. We could give thoughts on Tech UI as well. So AGL UI, it's a little tough for me to go top 5 when the hardest fight in the game has a phase that completely counters him in 17 and Golden Frieza. I think that this guy, he could take like a normal or something from 17 and Golden Frieza if he's built up. But it's actually quite difficult for AGL UI Goku to get built up leading into the fight. Why, chat? Because you know, his build up is from basically getting targeted, right? He dodges. Where is it? I'm scanning. It's this right here. If he's got this built up, like he could take like a normal or something like that from 17 and Golden Frieza, but you can't choose this, because even though he is going to likely dodge against 17 or maybe Gohan and Frieza, the attack spread in those fights makes it very difficult. You can't easily get this character build up, right? So UI is basically a fish for the most part. I don't like running him in the 17 and Golden Frieza fight because of that. In the Goku and Frieza, but the 17 and Golden Frieza section. I mean, I can say that in Max Buff's Kid Buu, which, you know, I've seen some people say, well, content's going to get that tough anyway, so let's definitely look at it. And I've seen a lot of people go, oh my god, you can't even count that because we got to cope for shitty units or something. I don't know. They're saying something like that. I don't know. But this guy is the only consistent character to tank in slot 1 I found in Max Buff's Kid Buu. Literally the only one. There's no other character I trusted at all. You go through all those big tanks, they all get killed. They all get slaughtered. Because it's like they all have time-based, you know, stuff. And that Kid Buu had billions of HP and healed damn near 100 million per turn. Right? So it was very difficult to finish him off quickly. This was the only character I could rely on in slot 1. Tech UI Goku died so much. It's just because with AGL UI Goku, it's very simple. He has a 77% chance to dodge. If you just proc this once, if you get lucky the first time, all of a sudden he's at 84% chance to dodge for the second attack targeted at him. It makes it very difficult for him to get hit. Now, I mean, you know, he can get hit, he can get killed for sure, but it's just very tough for this guy to get smoked compared to other units. I would be higher on him, though, if the hardest fight in the game didn't directly counter him. And Tech UI Goku's domain can solve that, sure, but that shit is not reliable. Sorry. Getting Tech UI Goku's domain out on time? No way. So, yeah, I don't have this guy top 5, but him and Evolution Blue Vegeta have run shit since they came out, for sure. Rather they don't go with a theme for 10th anniversary, just give us hype shit. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what Legends does. A lot of times. Feels like it's more so they just go with hype shit. I mean, the 7th anniversary was, you know, I guess Goku and Vegeta was the theme. But, like, it almost feels very loose, right? Because it's like, part 1 is basically double fusions, sort of. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and sort of Blue Gogeta. I mean, something like that. They could do a very loose theme like that, and that could allow them to really explore, right, with something like that. So, I don't know. I feel like the structure is probably better of having, like, a consistent theme, but I would actually be very curious to make, like, I'm curious on this. Like, just ask people what they think. Would you want them to just pick, like, 4 random hype shit? Or do you want, like, an actual, like, structured theme? That's kind of interesting. I think I would prefer a theme, but, I mean, when was the last time a celebration, like, they always, in Dokkan, it's always very themed. I don't know, I guess 8th anniversary kind of felt a little out of there as well, too, right? Like, it's just kind of like, okay, now we're just doing the intros. Dragon Ball Kai intro and Dragon Ball Z intro is very odd, right? Very strange. He's just better Yeah. I agree. You know, as time has gone on, I do like Janemba over Gotenks. Gotenks, without question, will outage Janemba, I think, easily. Gotenks, I don't know. I feel like Gotenks could be super good for a very long time as a slot 3 rainbow orb changing floater. I don't know. This guy, I feel like, is not going to be unrunnable for quite a while. Like him in slot 3, this guy, it's going to be crazy. And Janemba in slot 3 has less damage reduction. So he'll kind of, Janemba, when he hits the wall, he's going to hit the wall real fast, right? Like he's going to hit that wall quick. It's not going to be like that for Gotenks. So right now, do I think Janemba's better? I do. But eventually, Gotenks is going to go above Janemba. Not yet, but eventually. Not only be rated on their best setup, versatilities weren't... Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh, we got the legendary greater than symbol. Uh-oh. Chat, who is the other character we're looking at here? I'm excited. Who is it? Man, I mean, I could see it. What's funny is I feel like as time goes on, Jiren gets a much better reputation. Compare how Jiren was felt about 2.5 months ago. I think people like him way more. I mean, what a shock now that he's on Global. He's not downplayed. Never seen that before. Thank God, by the way, that like those types, that type of shit is done. Never again can I make a comment like that, because guess what? It's just now the same game. Like, it's just, we're just caught up. Everything comes out at the same time, both versions. Only been asking for that for 20 years, man. Thank God. I disagree, but certainly when you go into that second form for Jiren, I mean, my man is talking about 100% damage reduction. 100%. Cannot be power. Like, can't be outaged. Cannot be power crept. I do not see a boss that's going to have cancel damage reduction as an ability or something like that. I don't see it. So, like, this guy in his standby is crazy. And, I mean, the way he's set up where he has that attack break, right? Like, you know, you could... A lot of people run him off leader skill. I pretty much don't do leader skill-less shenanigans, but he's a good character for that. Save a major GT celebration until they can EZA. Well, I mean, I've got bad news for you. 10th anniversary is likely to be significant GT. I think, to me, it seems pretty crystal clear, because what they're likely to do is, I bet you all 3 of these characters are going to be easying within the celebration. So we actually want to go back quite a ways here. Not that far. Damn, there's that few Goku characters in the game? That's crazy. We're looking for him. Yep, right there. And then for Vegeta, we could just grab the other 2. But you guys know which ones I'm grabbing here. All 3 of those characters, you know, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, as well as the GT Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, I expect them all to EZA during the 10th anniversary. And then probably, I mean, I don't know, GT getting a major, one of the 4 LR slots, like a standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. To me, that seems very, very high chance of that. Do not forget that during the 8th anniversary, I can't remember what it was exactly, fan meetup or whatever it is. I did a video covering all this shit, right? But Amatsu got a question about characters who didn't have animations. And the 2 examples that were used was Superhero Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And it's like, Amatsu was talking like, yeah, oh yeah, we're cooking shit up for them. LR Beast Gohan, obviously, did have Dokkan original stuff. I would imagine we'd see that for this guy, too. Now, keep in mind, they could... I mean, they could always dip into a lot of these other games, too. And, I mean, they could always just take you know, something that another game uses for Vegito and give it to this Gogeta or something like that. Like, don't be shocked when they do that, man. I think that this guy, as a, you know, maybe like Carnival LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, plus this guy's EZA, plus their EZA, and we're going to have GT ready to go. But obviously these two, this is Carnival LR Omega and Dokkan Fest LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they wouldn't even kind of be like eligible under the current kind of like way that Dokkan operates the EZA until next year, 2026. So we'll see how that's going to go. Will not be allergic to sub EZAs. Okay. Yeah, I think Giant Lord Slug would have been fantastic to EZA right now, actually, for sure. I'm okay that Buu Piccolo didn't EZA. I mean, it certainly would have strengthened power absorption quite a bit to maybe make Buhan's domain better, but I mean, the fact that I could pull up the Buu Saga category and we can't even get through all of the buffs this category got this year on it's not even the first page doesn't cover everything. Although technically, remember that STR Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku are 2025 units. But it's like, I mean, on global, it's like we're like getting to here. Like there's almost 2 full pages of Buu Saga characters we got in 2024. So I do not have any issue with them skipping over Buu Piccolo. Giant Lord Slug would have been tremendous though to help out Dokkan Fest Lord Slug. That really does feel very wasted. Slug does have a good team and good, you know, capabilities, but I think that EZA Giant Lord Slug would have been pretty fire. Most recent Namek Saga celebration fail doesn't mean that every Namek celebration will be failure. Sure. I mean, I don't think that the 2021 Namek Saga celebration was a failure. I mean, there you go. I mean, it's funny. A lot of people would probably look at the first Dokkan superhero celebration as a failure, the Orange Piccolo Physical Ultimate Gohan, because of just the disappointment in how they handled the Ultimate Gohan. But, I mean, certainly the second one, which would have been the 9th anniversary, was very good. Carnival LR worthy. Okay, so me and Nano, we created what do we want to call it? Like the Truth and Nano Hype Index or something like that. This guy was at the bottom of the Hype Index, right? This guy was there. His Dokkan Fest in 2019. Android 1718. Future Android 1718. Their Dokkan Fest was on there. And Int Carnival LR Kid Gohan from the 8th anniversary. Those were like the 3 characters basically at the bottom of our Hype Index. Androids, a lot of times, don't have aura, man. I'm sorry. Dude, don't get mad at me. The androids don't have aura, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about Cell. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, like just the androids. You know, sorry. Now, 17 from Turn of Power, that's different. 17 kind of is a little bit different, but like 13, 14, 15, I mean, I don't know. I do feel like an 18 Dokkan Fest from the fight with Super Saiyan Vegeta and the Android Saga would probably work pretty well, right? I think so. But a lot of those androids, man, they just, you know, you guys are gonna get mad at me. They don't have it. What it is, they don't have it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I like this character a lot more than a lot of other people do. But I mean, I suspect a lot of people don't even have this character. They barely even use this character. Gohan is a bit better than people give him credit for. Piccolo is a monster. This LR Gohan and Piccolo, though. Yeah, Garlic Jr. Remember, we do not have a movie boss as Garlic Jr. currently in the game. We don't have one. Garlic Jr. from the movies is not in Dokkan. So they could drop that. They could EZA Kid Gohan, and they could sub-EZA the other Garlic Jr. And we'd be good to go. I think Dead Zone Domain Garlic Jr. would be a sick Dokkan Fest. Yeah, I'm down. Oh, that's the end? Yeah, it was decent. Let's see. So I like that. I mean, I agree. Yep, they're a little bit better. No. I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible. I'm just going to say, do I think he's Carnival LR worthy? No, I don't. No. But, I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't be, right? Yeah, Namek Celebration could be good in the future. I mean, again, get rid of him and put, like, the Tech Krillin, and I think we would have had a little bit better of kind of like a take right there. Sure, although the 10th anniversary is probably going to have a major GT influence on it. I don't agree with this, but I don't think that this is, like, mega crazy. Yep, sure, for sure. I agree. Janemba's a little bit better. I think I'd much rather them do a focus theme, but I'm open to like a no structure anniversary to try it. I'm open to it. I see why people would put AGL UI top 5, but for me, the weakness in 17 and Golden Frieza is too much. Yeah, this probably kind of could be true. I think that this would be an amazing worldwide. I think a lot of people go no, boo, but I'm down with this. I think this would be fire. Bojack's pretty solid, yeah. And then I don't know. I feel like if Goku's gonna show up in 10th anniversary, like I don't think we'll see Frieza 10th anniversary. I don't think, but I think Goku could show up. Goku's much more likely than Goku and Frieza. So all right, let me know what you guys think. We'll see what's going to happen with Dokkan over the next couple of days to week here. I guess if Dokkan is going to be quiet, I'll be able to get a lot of Dragon Quest time in. Love you guys. Mwah! And then, of course, go Bills.